Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to take a look at a combo deck because it's been a while since I looked at some combo decks, and it's always good to have one in your collection, either if you're a free-to-play player or if you're a player who likes to complete their daily quests and needs to do a different class to their normal deck, for example. So this one I'm looking at today is the Budget Combo Priest, and it's a deck that I've featured on the channel before. It's got some changes now with new cards that have been released. But I also wanted to try the deck at Legend, with the theory being if you can play this deck at Legend, then of course you can play it on the ladder at the lower ranks. Now, can you play this deck at Legend? Absolutely you can. Is it good to play this at Legend? No. You can win games with it for sure. I did win games, but it will always be below 50%, so it's not recommended. But I do think this is one that you could play at the lower ranks. So if you're a new player or a free-to-play player, this definitely is a good option for you. Now, the idea of the deck is that it's a combo deck, and the combo is using your Inner Fire and your Divine Spirit. So you use your Divine Spirit on a minion to double their health, and then you use an Inner Fire, and then you can cause some serious damage to your opponent. If you manage to use 2 Divine Spirits, of course, you double the attack twice, so it can be really, really powerful. Now, there are a number of ways that this deck works, and it's really important to draw cards, and that is why Northshire Cleric is really important in this deck. And also Powerwood Shield, because that helps you to cycle through your deck, but it also gives your minions +2 health, which helps with your combo. Now, Radiant Elemental is in the deck because it allows you, if you haven't got enough mana, it allows you to play this on the board and you can do your combo for much cheaper. So for example, if you've got a Radiant Elemental on the board, Divine Spirit only costs 1 mana each, so you could play 2 of them, and also Inner Fire only costs 0 mana, so there aren't any issues there. I've also got Unidentified Elixir in the deck. It is one that I think works very well, and actually you'll see in the video there was one perfect example of how this worked for me to win a game. But giving your minions +2/+2 helps with your combo, and it also helps to have that minion stick around, because one of the problems is with this deck is there's only one charge minion, which is a Stormwind Knight, so it's better for you if you can have sticky minions that stay around that you could then put the combo on. Speaking of the Stormwind Knight, that is a good way to be able to cause 10 damage really quickly to your opponent, or 20 if you've got the full combo. So you can just play 2 Divine Spirits on this and an Inner Fire, and suddenly it's got 20 attack that you can go into your opponent's face. So difficult to pull off, but one that you could do as a potential alternative win condition. Now, there are 2 rares in the deck. Even though it's budget, there are 2 rares, and well, 3 if you include the 2 copies of Twilight Drake. And Twilight Drake is really important because, of course, you can get it to have extremely high health, it stays around, and then it's perfect for your combo. But it's also really important to put the Crazed Alchemist in there. If you can't afford it, don't put it in. But I found it to be really useful, especially when playing at Legend, because if somebody plays Skulking Geist, it destroys all your 1-mana spells and your combo is done. You can no longer play Inner Fire, and you pretty much can't win the game. So Crazed Alchemist allows you to swap the attack and health of a minion, so it does exactly the same as what Inner Fire does. So it's important to have it in there, that 1, if you get Skulking Geist, but 2, it just gives you another way to get to that card if it's at the bottom of your deck. This is another win condition, so pretty decent in my opinion. Now, this deck costs less than 1,000 dust. It is extremely cheap. Of course, with budget decks, they are scalable. So if you've got other cards or you've got more dust to spend, then you can make this deck much better. And one way that it's made much better is with the inclusion of dragons. I think a serious problem with this deck is AoE, and having a Dustbreaker in the deck is really, really strong, but you would have to add other dragons in there. It's probably not enough just to have Twilight Drake, but Dustbreaker helps you to control the board a bit better. Also, Shadow Visions is an excellent card to put in here. Unfortunately, it's an epic, but if you do have it, it's really strong because you can discover copies of your spell. So you could discover another Inner Fire or Divine Spirit. 1, if you haven't got it and you need it for your combo, or 2, if you're stacking up your combo and you get an extra Divine Spirit, then it means you can double your double your minion's health even further and get an even stronger combo. So Shadow Visions is excellent. Also a good card, which is a legendary, is Lyra the Sunshard, because Lyra is excellent when you're playing a deck like this with lower cost spells, because you can just get more pre-spells. So again, another way to get more Divine Spirits, but also ways to get cards that you wouldn't necessarily have to help control your opponent. Also, if you can afford it, another epic is Psychic Scream. Now, the reason Psychic Scream works so well is that this deck is a combo deck. You're trying to stall out the game until you get the combo. So Psychic Scream shuffles all the minions into your opponent's deck and slows them down massively, and hopefully they top deck some bad cards later on in the game. And it just gives you that extra opportunity to draw the cards you want to kill your opponent. Anyway, like I said, this is the cheapest version that I could make. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. I mean, Pain's quite nice. No. I need Acolyte of Pain. Or Northshire Cleric, really. Not those. Or that. Okay. Alright, so far so good.
Let the pain speak to me.
Why is that astounding? Oh, he's got flanking strike. So I think I'll play this just to put it on the board, because it's either
Tortola, preserve us!
My pack will hunt you down.
yeah. I'm glad I didn't use this.
Is someone injured?
This will put it up to 5.
Job's done.
Okay. So he's playing Recruit Hunter, so I just need to
This beast will not be.
I just need to kill him as quick as possible, really. You can do this. Oh.
Shells up!
Now, what's he got? He could have Rexar. He could have another flanking strike, which won't kill that. Yeah, face is fine, I think.
Up! Right away.
So I hope he hasn't got Oozling this turn. Oh, I do have my silence. What? What's he running that card for? Alright, well we can already make an 18 attack card. But perhaps let's do this.
I must consider.
I think this one.
Is someone injured?
That sets up lethal, really. On turn 7, he can play Dark Pact with his Oozling. Yeah, he's going to go for it. Okay, don't get Grizzly. Oh no, I've got Silence, that's fine. Oh! Let's give him the wow after he did it to us.
Your magic shall not save you.
You love my new recipe.
That feels pretty good. He was playing a different version of Recruit Hunter.
Let the hunt begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Fairly decent hand to have cards to play. I think what's key to this deck really is just getting cards on the board. Oh, that's really nice.
Is someone injured?
think I'll try. Okay, because it's Spell Hunter. I think I'll play the Powered Shield on that rather than this. Just because drawing cards I think is more important than the discount.
Right away.
Wow. So that's either going to be Freezing Trap, Explosive Trap, or Wandering Monster. Oh, nice. Nice. So if it's Wandering Monster, then that might die. Let's see. If it's Freezing Trap, yeah. Okay, I was considering putting this on there, but it's just not worth it.
Right away.
Flanking Strike. Okay, well, this is good now.
Right away.
It's been pretty annoying though that I've had really good options and not been able to draw cards.
To my side.
Oh man. You should have attacked there.
Let the pain speak to me.
That's why I didn't need to attack. Okay, well my Twilight Drake is suddenly a lot better now. Should I just draw a card? Yeah.
Bring the pain.
Now's the point where his deck starts to take over. Okay, it's not the end of the world actually.
Tortola, preserve us!
Is someone injured?
Job's done.
Okay, silence. That's bad too. Oh, that's awful because now I double trade. Oh, you can clear my board. Ah. Oh, that actually I forgot about that. That's good. Fine. Ah. Wow. Alright, Holy Nova helps me here. Like pain. Does not.
Let the pain speak to me.
He keeps playing these 4 attack minions, and I can't use these. Wind Fury. Okay. Interesting. Holy Nova, fantastic. Oh, this is amazing actually.
Tortola, preserve us!
Oh man, if he hadn't drawn Rexar that early, we were in a really good spot. We still might get him, because I do have the silence for whatever beasts he plays. These two should be good against beasts as well. More likely that one. The problem is now he can... What? Does he can get Poisonous Rush? Oh. What? Alright, we've got the Divine Spirit.
I can't do that.
They're going to get freezing trapped again. Game over. Oh. Wandering Monster as well. Oh, okay.
For the king! For honor.
Maybe I should have gone with the whole combo there. Oh man. How frustrating.
Well played. You have best.
Ah.
Victory or death!
The light shall bring victory.
This is probably Quest Warrior. Okay. It might not be a bad thing for us. It's a bit slower. I think I'll put this on there, to be honest. You'll probably want to shield slam that or something, but I don't know, it depends what he's got. Oh. This is just really awkward for him because he knows he can't give me too many cards. That's a bit annoying.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on? Let the pain speak to me.
You've got an execute. Okay, no. Yeah, that's a good answer. This plus Shell Razor, probably. Or I could also silence that and then draw a card, but I think I'll play this because silence is good against a big taunt. Now he's thinking about playing Brawl, I would say. Wow.
Shells up.
I don't need to play another Acolyte because if he plays Warpath on 2 Acolytes, I'll overdraw. And if he brawls, then it's a bigger chance of an acolyte surviving rather than one of these two. So
How long can this go
okay.
on? How long can this go on?
Oh, this is going quite nicely.
Bring the pain.
Put a bit of pressure on him in case he hasn't drawn for some reason a brawl yet.
Our vigil shall never
Okay.
end. Our vigil shall never end. Our
It's actually pretty bad that he hasn't played any removal yet. I have 9 cards in my hand.
Bring the
Continue.
pain.
Bells up!
Still haven't got my combo. No. Do this, the result of a brawl isn't actually that bad if he plays it. I need my inner fire. That's a bit annoying.
And rule its ashes.
That's really annoying actually. Crap. Man. Oh.
Is someone injured?
Oh my god, we're not quite there. Ah! No! We're so close. We can still do it because I can make this 5 attack next turn. It just depends how much armor he gains here. So he can execute that. He can brawl. Do that, which is annoying. He's probably going to brawl. Oh no. No! No! Alright, so my strategy now is to get that up to 10 attack.
I must choose.
No, I haven't got enough. Crap. The Shell Razor.
Tortola, preserve us!
Pain, speak to me.
Just got to remember that that hits both. Hang on. 4, 7. I think we've got lethal here. The inner fire kind of means that we do. Oh, this is incredible. This is so good.
For the king!
You love my new recipe.
Honor. For honor.
That is so good. Amazing.